We are
I
not
have
using
period
Jared.
cramps. Yeah.
What?
I have cramps.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the live. What a great way to start the live.
Good morning.
All right, fam. We're about a minute and 30 seconds away from getting into our Ghosted this morning. Barbie's going to get her coffee heated up by Jared after he gets done getting everything loaded up for
I
us.
appreciate you, Jared. I really do.
Man, what a crazy show already.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go ahead and get into some other topics here in just a little bit. But first, of course, our Ghosted. Hit us up with where you're watching as you join the live. We would love to see you. Good morning, Dr. Marie. Dr. Marie, we ended up getting some interesting stories, by the way, after you called about the credit card scams and stuff like that. What up, Jeff? Josh, Anonymous Josh up in there. Good morning.
Good morning, you guys.
Whew. Goodness. Kimmy, what's going on? What's up, Nikki? Good morning to you. Kimberly over there on YouTube. Sarge, good morning to you. We're about 30 seconds away. Jake, what up, man? What's up, Rick G? All the fam coming into the live here.
Hi.
Good stuff. We want to have a fun one today.
Sup, dudes?
What? Oh, 20 seconds away. Guys, I got scammed again on my credit card. So they have canceled my card. I've got $5 to my name right now. That has to last for the rest of the day. Yeah.
Dicks.
So I know. What's up, Cassie? What's up, Deborah? Good morning to you.
I'm trying to.
All right, here we go. Alt Legal 5? That's on Twitch.
Oh.
Good morning. Why don't we get into our Ghosted this morning? We are on live, so you can catch us on the hot Facebook page, as well as, of course, Twitch and YouTube. Dex and Barbie T, you can follow there, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and get into this. So far, what we know is Charles has been dating this girl for a pretty short period of time, but the big thing is that she ghosted him after she went over to his place.
Yeah, so he's like, well, does she not like my friends? Like, what's going on?
Because they were all hanging out. And we talked to her a little bit. Sophia's on the phone with us. Good morning. Charles is on here as well. So, Sophia, you said it wasn't the friends. It was what was going on in the house when you came in. Good morning. Go ahead.
I ghosted him because he smoked. So I went to his place after work, and him and his friends were all smoking out. And he never told me that he smoked. Like, I have said it from day one. One of my pet peeves, something I find so disgusting, is people that smoke, and especially smoke weed. And he knew that going into this relationship. This is not a surprise.
Is there a reason, like, why you hate?
Yeah, what'd they do to you?
It's close to home for me because my brother, who's 29 and still lives at home with my parents and doesn't have a job, basically like smoked himself to death.
No.
And he's just a waste of space and does nothing but smoke and play video games all day. And I don't want to wind up with someone like my brother.
Your brother's just lazy. That doesn't have anything to do with the weed, but okay.
That's the deal? I'm obviously the opposite of your brother. Like, I have a great job. I own my own house.
Okay.
Hello.
And, like, I get done.
He wants me to praise him and be so happy. Like, congratulations, you have a job and you're a grown adult and you're doing what you're supposed to do. Like, you don't get accolades for that. I'm sorry.
Oh,
like, I'm not going to be like,
man.
wow, you have a house. That's so great. Good for you. And a million other guys do.
But at the same time, you're saying because he smokes weed that he's going to end up like your brother.
Right. Your brother is that way because that's just how he is.
Yes, because people get lazy on it.
Obviously not. Like, look at me. Look at millions of other dudes or dudettes. Whatever, man.
Dudettes.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
I'm not worried about everybody else. I'm worried about you. You told me you smoked in the past. You made it like, oh, it happened like once or twice. I didn't know that you do it like recreationally. That's not something you told me. We've been together a few months.
All right,
so it's not...
Sophia, I gotta cut you off because, like, I'm sorry if you had the wrong impression or whatever. Like, I didn't mean to deceive anything or whatever. I did not realize it was this big of a deal. I know you said something to the effect of it, but I think this is obviously not going to work.
Absolutely not.
I don't understand why you feel the need to smoke, though. Like, can you explain to me what
I don't feel the need
Why
to.
should
I
he?
just do it. Like, I mean, you told me about family members you have that knock back 6 beers a night, and it's no big deal. But apparently me smoking cannabis every now and then is a big problem.
It is a big problem. I don't want you doing it. And forget about my family. My family has issues.
You brought in your family as the example of why you don't like this thing, and now
Right,
you
but I
want
don't
to
want to
retract
wind
your
up with
family
I'm trying to get away
as
from my family. I'm not trying to
a
marry
source
someone
of
that
something
is like
that's
a person
not
in my
working
family.
for your principles. So, like, what do you want me? Oh, man, I don't know how to help you, honey.
Don't call me honey. What happens if you get arrested and you have weed on you? What happens to your job? What happens to us? Like, you're not thinking clearly. You're just doing things because you're selfish and immature.
I don't think
Your
I'm
job
going to get
depends on you being
arrested. I
sober.
highly doubt that. There are far bigger problems in our state than a little weed. And secondly, if I do, I will probably pay a small fine, and I will have no problems with my job.
I think you're just making excuses, and I just can't. I can't be with you. Like, I can't be with a pothead.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
great. Then we're in
but I can't
agreement.
deal with it.
We can move on with our lives now.
Yes, I would like to move on because
Yes,
I'm
okay,
scared,
then
and you
move
clearly
on
don't
by
need
hanging up
those
the
weeds
phone so I don't
anymore.
have to hear your annoying voice.
Okay. And
Child.
She did
Somebody
it.
in the car like, I got to roll up after this.
I love the guy because he was like, yeah, dude, do that. You know, like, I wonder if he was high on that call. You know what? It really does make sense, though, because she came over. It was 4:20, which that wasn't too long ago. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he got ghosted after that.
Sucks for her.
Right. Your thoughts this morning, 866-639-4689. Have you ever ghosted somebody for their drug use or ended a relationship? What?
Why you got to call it like that?
I'm sorry.
Cannabis use.
Yeah, for their cannabis use. Feel
He's
free.
organic.
Yeah.
That's what Jake said in the comments on the live.
866-639-4689. I heard a lot of Karen comments. I did see that on
Yeah.
our lives as well. We'll go ahead and get some of your phone calls. We'll get some of the comments off of the lives, and we'll be back. She sounds like a young Karen. What a effing Karen.
What I didn't like about it was how, he's doing his thing, and then she's like, well, why do you even do that? Well, why do you care? You don't want to be with him, so why are you asking?
Good morning. Hang on just a second. You're going to be our first person up. Hey, good morning. We've got one call ahead of you. Stand by. Hey, good morning. We've got two calls ahead of you. Stand by. Whew, the phones are blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to this. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Is the thing in?
She hung up. Yeah, it's in. She got nervous. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jessica, Athens, Georgia.
Go ahead, Jessica.
That girl's nuts. Like, marijuana's pretty much legalized all over now. It's getting there anyway.
Right.
That woman is crazy. Like, there's no way in hell I'm going to leave or stop dating someone because they smoke pot. I'm a daily smoker, so I just think that's freaking ridiculous.
Being a daily smoker of weed, have you ever had that come into an issue with a relationship, like someone you were dating?
Never.
Never.
And it's never affected me getting up and going to work every day and raising my 3 kids and paying my bills.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you very
Like,
much.
never.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
You
Bye.
too. Dr. Marie, let's see what she has to say. Good morning, Marie. Good morning.
Dex,
Yes.
I would have paid you to hang up on this chick, ghost her like she ghosted him. Because this is the most ridiculous thing.
I saw your comments. I kept seeing you say, hang up on this, Karen. Thoughts?
Look, she act like she walked in on them smoking meth.
She did, actually.
She
You
did.
cannot put every weed smoker in a category with your lazy AF brother.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what that is. I work a 12-hour shift and smoke every day. What?
Every day.
Every day, Dex. Every day.
The
Rolling
cannabis
up
is like
now.
medicine for people. Some people have to function off of it. Like,
Yes,
no, I
I
wouldn't even
have
say
scoliosis.
function, but just like to better their mood. So it helps people focus.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have scoliosis. My spine is shaped like an upside down question mark. If it was not for marijuana, I could not walk around every day.
mm.
Dang. Okay.
And it helps people in pain too. So
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Marie. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. This is Stephanie calling from Greenville.
What's up, Stephanie? Go ahead.
Honey, this is a case of where you got to pick the gas over the ass because she done lost her mind.
okay.
It's just a little weed, honey. We need to smoke weed to deal with people like her because if not, we will be on the news begging for some weed or begging for some damn bail money. One of the other.
Right. Yep.
Trying to tell you, she done got on my nerve. I'm about to go. I work from home. I'm about to go log in and roll up at the same damn time.
Because you
I know
you
that's
need
right.
to calm down after that
Woo.
discussion, huh?
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Now, so are you
Yeah,
in a
I was-
relationship now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Have you ever had
And-
troubles with your relationship because you smoke weed?
Hell no, he smoked too. He stopped smoking and then started back. But while he stopped, I didn't. Like, I'm not going to stop. I tell him that all the time. I'm never going to stop. Don't even ask. Don't even look at me like that. Like, it's just not going to happen. So, no, he didn't care. Love is love. Like, what's weed? If you drink, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
It's
can't
like having
really
a glass
just say,
of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, exactly. It's like having a glass of wine. Hell, it's like having a cigarette, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
That's what it is. Just a very strong smelling, relaxing cigarette that comes in a multiple amount of different crystals and colors.
I love you so much. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know I love you.
Barbie loves
Definitely-
you.
Definitely my favorite caller for today.
Oh, I love you too, Barbie. Thank you, too.
Light up for us all, baby.
Yes. Thank you.
You know I am. I will.
Bye. You say you got to choose the gas
I
over
know.
the ass, honey.
Where's that comment at? Here it is.
Honey, this is a case of where you got to pick the gas over the ass because she don't.
I love that. I love that. Always the gas over the ass. Hashtag gas over ass.
That's right. There you go. Let's get into the comments this morning, guys. Why is weed any different from any other petty reason women ghost men? I mean, yeah.
But you know what?
What's that?
I've come to that on the dating apps too, though. Guys will be like, they don't want girls to smoke, and I'm like, smoke what? And then weed, they're like, oh no, it's so gross.
Well, and honestly, though, I will say on that side of it, you know, if you have a problem with it, that's
Then
just
don't date
announcing.
anyone that.
Yeah, exactly. Just make it in your statement, like in your dating apps. And
Mhm.
and she did, to her defense, she did tell him he already knew that she did not want to date someone that was, you know, smoking weed. She
that's-
doesn't like that because of her brother. So that discussion had already happened. So technically,
I guess he thought he was gonna like
change her mind.
change her mind, and so because I get it, because some people still have that stigma of people that smoke weed are lazy bums, you know, because the 70s they made it to be like the lazy drug or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get that, but I guess he wanted to be that other side of it and show her, hey, I can function, I'm professional, I have
He owns
a
his own
career,
house,
I have a
right?
life,
Yeah.
I'm responsible. It's not what you perceive it as, like your brother.
Right.
So
Right.
don't
Let's
know.
get into the comments. I'm going to edit this real quick, and then we'll get
men
on.
have the audacity to say, I hate when girls smoke weed, but don't wash between them cheeks. Who don't wash their ass?
What?
What happened?
I would have a problem with someone if I was dating them and they did not wash their ass.
Yeah.
That would be choosing the gas over the ass. Flynn Bobby, but was it just a one-time deal with the boys or an everyday thing? So he did. I think he said somewhere in there, Jared. Didn't he say something about how he does smoke on occasion? It's not every day, but it was occasion. Yeah. Good comment though. Thanks, Flynn.
Sorry, got sidetracked. I don't smoke weed and have friends that do. They respect me and I respect them. And that's another thing too. So my thing is, if I was to date someone that didn't, I would never, for one, I wouldn't be high around them or either smoke around them or bring them around that atmosphere, because that's just out of respect for someone. You know, if you're dating them and you know that they don't like this kind of thing, then there's that. But then there's some people that just don't care. They're like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like it, oh well. You ain't got to do it either.
Right.
I know my pet peeve are people who say they own something when they still make monthly payments. You don't own it yet. Oop, well, there's that.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's a interesting way of thinking about that, because I mean, like, so no one owns a house.
I was
They're
about to
just still
say,
doing their payments.
Yeah.
I own a house, still making payments on the.
Making payments on. I'm done. I paid off the other house with cash. I've got to make payments on this one.
My girlfriend don't smoke, but says I need to stay normal. What does that mean? And has anybody had that kind of trouble with a relationship where like weed came between you? This is the most ridiculous thing. Marie, I know you're calling. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. What is normal? Yeah, that's a good question.
What's normal? What do you mean? What is normal?
Talking about that one comment that was on there.
What's his addy? And let's have a sesh at his place. Nyla, I already had somebody literally just DM'd me like while we were playing that back and said he sounds fun. I'd smoke with him. What's his info? So out of respect, if I come to their place and they smoking, I keep my mouth shut. That's a good one, Alvin.
What did he say?
He said because Alvin doesn't smoke weed and he doesn't,
I don't either.
mind. So he's like, out of respect, if I come to their place and they're smoking, I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't smoke. I've never smoked, but at the same time, I'm not gonna care. Which, by the way, love this. Silk Sonic is about to play, guys. Smoke it out the window.
Out the window. But he's smoking because she's stressing him out.
Well,
Anyway, couples that smoke together grow together. That's what Renee says. Renee said she lit up for the dude while listening to it.
whoops. All right, here we go.
Weed makes me
Marie?
less murdery.
Dr. Marie, good morning. Go ahead.
Yes. Look, y'all just have to know what y'all smoking. If you don't want to go to sleep, then smoke a sativa. Don't smoke an indica. Indica is going to put you to sleep. That's
Indica
what it
in
do.
the couch.
What's
Yes.
the difference?
Indica will make you like relax,
Indica is a
mellow,
downer,
and like
and sativa
go to
is
bed.
an upper. One of them is going to have you bouncing off the walls, and the other one going to have you calm and ready to go to sleep.
And hybrid
what
is a
you
mixture
put in
of the
your body.
two. So
Of both, yeah.
hybrid would have, your sativa would be kick in first, and then your indica would kick in. So like you could go party and then be ready for bed.
You know an awful lot about
Barbie
this.
know. Because Barbie knows.
I just,
She told herself,
Your facial expressions. Why are you getting so awkward?
Hey, if you see me with Wiz Khalifa, mind your business.
Okay.
that part right there.
Got it. Got it.
But you
Okay.
just got to know what you putting in your body. It's like any other medicine. You know what type
Yeah, for
of medicine you put in your body. You should know what type of weed you put in your body. Period.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Okay.
But Dex, I think you would be great with more of so like gummies or something like that, not necessarily smoking it.
Yeah.
Like, cause like it's like the same as like the hemp. I mean, it's the same. It's like they have hemp
Yep.
for different things.
I
That's
love
what
how all
use.
these people
Have you
on
ever
live.
taken
I
a
use the
muscle
hemp.
relaxer?
Have I
you
ever taken a
muscle relaxer?
yeah, ibuprofen? Advil?
No, a regular muscle relaxer.
And then those muscle relaxers are not good for you.
Are they
They're
not?
not good for your
No,
stomach.
muscle
and they can cause
relaxers are
ulcers.
stronger than some weeds.
Mm-mm,
Because
I don't like
weed.
A lot of people
They-
are on
those give me
live
the
saying that
shakes.
Dex will be hugging the plants and kissing a cactus. Edibles are better. One person said that I'm going to be seeing things, hallucinating. Jeez.
No,
All right.
I don't think you would be like that, Dex, though. You don't need to smoke, though. You need some edibles. Try it out like that first.
I feel like I'd
Get
be
you a
paranoid
brownie
because
or a
that's just
cookie
how
or
I am.
something.
I'd be overthinking stuff and I'll be like, oh, what was that? All right, listen, we
I
gotta
tell
go.
you what,
Thank you, Marie.
You smoke a blunt, you won't get hacked no more.
Oh, well,
Really, Dr. Murray. Bye.
Oh, look. It make you think about stuff. For real. You will think of every way not to get hacked.
I doubt that. I will still somehow end up getting hacked. But thank you. By the way, we did have the cops call earlier this morning because we were talking about me getting hacked. And the police officer was telling us that, she deals with people getting hacked all the time at those gas station pumps. So watch out for that. Edibles are trippy. Man, we got a lot of people that know a lot of stuff about edibles and weed and everything like that in the comments this morning.
I just know about the hemp.
We need to ease Dex into it. Just a tip. Here we go. I've heard Good morning. So, Hot Fam, this is what we're dealing with. This girl ended up ghosting this guy. And listen, there's a lot of people that want to hate on her, but I will say this. She ghosted the guy because she came over and I guess it was like 420, last month, and he was with some friends, and what were they doing?
They were smoking weed. They were doing their, celebration for 420, and she doesn't like it.
She doesn't want to be with someone that smokes weed.
Yeah.
And that's why she ended up ghosting him. Now, the thing is, she told him that she doesn't like this stuff. So he already knew that this was a deal breaker for her. And some
Yeah.
people, it is a deal breaker.
I think he wanted to change her thoughts on it because she said her brother was lazy and a bum and all this other stuff. And he's like, well, I have a career, I'm functioning, and I'm great. So.
And at the same time, I mean, like, that's not going to happen like that. You can't just, I'm not trying to say that she's right or wrong, but at the same time, she's not like there's a lot of people that are hating on her.
Right.
But she did state her intentions. I don't like weed, so you can't hate on the girl because she told him already. Good morning. Go ahead.
Honey, this is a case of where you got to pick the gas over the ass because she done lost her mind.
Okay.
It's just a little weed, honey. We need to smoke weed to deal with people like her because if not, we will be on the news begging for some weed or begging for some damn bail money. One or the other.
Right. Yep.
Trying to tell you, she done got on my nerve. I'm about to go. I work from home. I'm about to go log in and roll up at the same damn time.
Because you
that's
need
right.
to calm down after that
Woo.
discussion, huh?
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Now, so are you
Y'all
in a
have a-
relationship now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Have you ever had
And-
troubles with your relationship because you smoke weed?
Hell no, he smoked too. He stopped smoking and then started back. But while he stopped, I didn't.
See?
And let me tell you something, though. That's not cool either. Because,
What?
say, for instance, you have a couple relationship going on, and one person wants to diet, right? And the other person says, oh, well. So then that person's trying to diet while you're eating,
That's you
a
making that
burger
decision.
and
You better
fries.
stick to it.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder
Discipline.
when your significant other isn't supporting you.
They can support and do their own thing.
Good morning. Go ahead, Dr. Marie.
I would have pegged you to hang up on this chick, ghost her like she ghosted him. Because this is the most ridiculous thing.
I saw your comments. I kept seeing you say, hang up on this, Karen.
Look,
Thoughts?
she act like she walked in on them smoking meth.
She did, actually.
She
You
did.
cannot put every weed smoker in a category with your lazy AF brother. Because that's what that is. I work a 12-hour shift and smoke every day. What?
Every day.
Every day, Dex. Every day.
The
Rolling
cannabis
up
is like
now.
medicine for people. Some people have to function off of it. Like,
I have scoliosis. My spine is shaped like an upside-down question mark. If it was not for marijuana, I could not walk around every day.
My goodness. Okay.
walk around.
Not an upside down question mark. Good gosh. I want to see that back x-ray. Listen, coming up just about 2 songs away. We need some help. This is completely different subject, but if you have ever served time in the prison system, we need to ask you some questions because I don't know if you've seen this, but it has made national news now. We just saw the Today Show. They were talking about it, about prison love. We'll explain. If you want to call, we'll ask some questions now, but 866-639-4689 if you have ever served time, not in like jail, we're talking like
Prison.
Clink, clink.
Ooh.
Woo-wee, guys. Good morning. Hang on just a second. Good morning. Hang on. We've got one call ahead of you. Hey, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Lauren from Spartanburg.
Go ahead, Lauren.
So personally, it don't cause no problems in mine. We actually bond over it more than anything.
Is that like one of those things like, hey, honey, which one do you want, the sativa or
The
the...
hybrid or
we love the thing we love to do is we'll be at work all day long, and then we'll come back to the house and stuff, and we'll watch a really scary movie and just get baked. And we love it. We don't ever cause any problems with us.
Okay.
That's
okay.
beautiful.
There you go. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Rachel from Spartanburg.
What up, Rachel? Go ahead.
So it doesn't really cause any issue whenever we first got together, like, he knew I was a pothead because I was, like, smoking all the time. But the lovely Cowpens Police Department stopped me one day, and I don't smoke ganja anymore. But, like, he will smoke when he, like, drinks. And we were down at Busch Gardens one day, and his daughter, which is, like, the biggest stoner ever, I love her, she had some gummies, and he was like, oh, let me get one. And so I ate one, and it hit me pretty good, and it didn't hit him at first. And so he was like, let me get another one. So he eats another one, and we're on Sheikra, and he all of a sudden, he just looks at me, and he is like off, like his rocker. Like, he is so blitzed off those 2 gummies. We get off that ride, and he is literally walking as fast as he can to get out of the park. And then he's like, can you drive? I can't drive. He was so stoned off those 2 gummies that we went back to the lake house, and he just, like, passed out. So,
Yeah, sometimes you just got to
when he
sleep it off.
Okay.
When he drinks, he wants to smoke, but if it's not, yeah, he's like, nah, I'm good.
Thank you for your call as
Thank
always,
you.
Rachel.
Oh my gosh, my ears.
You're welcome. Bye.
Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Dex and Barbie? This is Steven Box Truck Driver. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Good. Good. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing good. I heard the topic this morning. You know I did like 20 years in the feds, man. What you want to know?
Okay. So I don't know if you've heard about this story, but now there is in Alabama, there is this woman who was the assistant.
She was like one of the higher up. She was the assistant
Prison guard.
Yeah, basically.
Main person. So she ended up retiring. She sold her house, and her last day that she was supposed to be finished up with her job, right? She ends up taking this prisoner who is in prison for like 2 murder charges, right? And she says that he needs to get a mental evaluation, and she takes him over there to the place, and she said that she's not coming back because she's not feeling good. So after she gets that dropped off, she's gonna just go home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they're on the run, and they're saying they've issued a warrant out for her arrest, and they're saying that she fell in love with this guy and ran off. So what I want to know is, has there ever been, like when you were serving time for 20 years, have you ever seen like prison guards falling in love with inmates?
All the time.
She was the assistant
All
director.
the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did that work?
It usually starts like a staff member. It may not be a prison guard because you have like administrative, psychology, teachers, nurses. Man, for whatever reason, man, they get lonely and they just hook up.
Okay. And
It can happen in food service. I mean, it can happen anywhere, you know what I mean?
but I would think that there are strict like rules against that. I mean, like, have you ever seen it cause any issues, or did someone get fired, or anything like that?
Oh, most definitely. If they get caught, yeah, that's an outside charge and you're going to get fired. That's definitely going to happen.
Wait,
But
so
it has happened.
so when these people start these relationships, even just the relationship alone, they could get charged for that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
No,
And have you heard of them having sex? Like, are they having sex in the
Oh.
prison?
For sure.
I mean, I don't want to incriminate myself, but I had a relationship with a staff member while I was in. But I ended up getting transferred for something else, and that was the end of the relationship. The lady did get called. I'm not going to put her name out there, but I mean, the only other type of relationship that you're going to have is a male on male, and the homosexual deal. And I'm not feeling that.
Right.
And the women come in there. Like I said, there's staff that work in there. It may not be it could be a correctional officer, but there are other people that work in there. You know what I
The
mean? Like
nurses.
Yeah. Counselors, case managers.
And,
They might be going through something at home. They're having a problem with their spouse, or their spouse is cheating on them, and I mean, there's a lot of guys in prison that are like buffed up, ripped up, and women just fall for that. I don't know. I mean,
so when you were
Yeah,
in this
well,
relationship, I don't want to get too much into the details, but how did you guys carry this relationship on? Like, you would hook up in the prison. Where would you be able to hook up where no one was going to know?
well, I worked in food service. and during the 4 o'clock count, all the other inmates go out in the dining room and do the count out there. The count lasts about anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. So, being a clerk, I was in the warehouse, and the staff member would come back there, and it didn't happen all the time, but we get our business on and do what we did.
Right. So you'd have 30 minutes, and then what? She would take you back to the count?
No, the count would clear, then the rest of the inmates would come back into the back and go back to work. So in food service, like the inmates prepare the food. Like, there's a lot of staff members that have jobs in there, but some of the other jobs, like prepare the food, the inmates do that. So
Okay.
the staff that work in food service would take the inmates out in the dining room. They would do the count. You're not going to move until that count clears.
Right. Okay. Fascinating. Thank you very much for your call, man. Goodness.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Love y'all.
Thank you. Love you too, man. See you on the up and up.
I'm gonna tell you something now. If I go into prison, oh yeah, I'm definitely going after, like this man did. He went after the assistant director, someone that's perfect. I am going to survive. Okay, like
Jared,
going after the lead guard, whoever.
it's in transfer prison. Can you cut that down? It's at 3 minutes and 34 seconds. I need it at a minute and a half. Prison.
On that show, there was a woman
have
who
time
got
to
pregnant
pop
by her man while she was in prison. He got out and had a 10-year-old child, and they had been in for 20 plus. She said they paid a guard to let them go in the closet. Whew.
That's fascinating to me.
What?
Like that would actually happen. Like,
My uncle. Oh, I don't know. In the past, he dated a guard.
Hot 98.1.
all right, so here's the deal. If you haven't heard about this already, man, I was walking into the radio station and Sheba was telling me the story about this. In Alabama, there is a woman who was going to retire from being in the prison system. What was she again?
She was the assistant director of corrections, and her name is Vicky White, and they've already issued a warrant for her arrest.
So here's the deal. All right, it's almost like Ocean's 11 except prison style. So she goes in on her last day and she tells her staff members and some of her coworkers, she's like, guys, I ain't feeling too great, but listen, I'm going to take this prisoner. What's his name?
His name is
Something White. They had the same last
Casey.
night. Casey White. I'm going to take this prisoner. He needs to get a mental evaluation or something like that. So I'm going to take him out of the prison, drop him off there, and then I'm just going to go home because I'm not feeling that great, which is kind of weird. This is your last day.
Right.
All right. I would have my eyebrows up on that.
Yeah.
But whatever. Okay, so she takes him out of the prison, and then that's when they escape together. They drop her car off somewhere, and then they switch into another car. Obviously, she probably had that waiting for her.
Yeah, they don't even have the video footage or they know what kind of vehicle they got into to leave.
Because she knew all the stuff.
Yeah.
She had planned this out. She had been planning this for a while because she sold her house.
Yeah, she sold her house, and so everybody just knew that she was going to retire and move to the beach.
Right.
So because her paperwork hasn't even processed for retirement.
Right. And so they just didn't realize that retirement, moving to the beach, meant out of the country beach. You know what I mean? She's in Cancun somewhere or somewhere without an extradition treaty. And she's like with this guy that she fell in love with in the prison system.
Or that we're thinking, because they're like, is she doing this on her own, or is she, was she made to do this?
So here's what we want to know. If you have experience, you've been in the prison system. All right, whether you've been a guard, whether you've worked in the prison system, or an inmate, a former inmate, we want you to give us a call. We are on live, by the way, so you can jump on the live to hear some of these calls as they come in. But we want to hear the stories. Like, does this happen? Do relationships, do people fall in love in lockdown?
They do.
I know they do. But at the same time, like, how does that work? Where do people end up hooking up? How do they carry on this relationship? You know what I mean? And would you really risk everything?
You watch
Everything.
Orange is the New Black? Have you watched that?
That's a TV show.
And it
That's
happens.
fake. That's not real.
But yes, it is.
It's not.
It definitely happens.
It's a made up show. It's literally fiction. That's why I want to know the real side of this.
Okay.
866-639-4689. We're going to peel back the curtain. Love under lockdown. How does it work? Does it even happen? Have you witnessed this? Call us up and join the show.
Love under lockdown.
Good morning. Hang on just a second. You're going to be our first person up.
Erica.
What did Erica say?
My cousin is currently messing with a prison worker and she's pregnant.
Shut up.
Is
With
it
the
his
prison
baby?
worker? Is she in prison? It's based off of real life things.
Orange is the new black. Exactly.
Good morning. We've got one call ahead of you. Stand by. Whew. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Or you can be anonymous.
I want to be anonymous.
Go ahead. Tell us your experience. First off, were you in prison or worked in it? Okay.
I just wanted to tell you, Orange is the New Black is very much realistic.
Shut up.
At least in the women's world.
Mm-hmm.
So
it is.
Give me an
It's like-
example of what you experienced when you were in prison then.
As far as relationships go, there's lots of inmates having relationships with guards, mainly to get things that they want that they're not supposed to have.
Okay.
Cell phones,
So
drugs.
like like they'll hook up with a guard and the guard will bring them what they want basically, and they do it because the guards don't have to really answer to anyone who's around 24/7.
Well,
like they are.
It's interesting because, this is the female side of the prison. We just talked to a male prisoner.
Right.
And so I could see that. But, when it comes to, where would they go? And obviously people probably knew.
Well, people wind up finding out. A lot of the time just because women talk amongst each other.
Right.
But, there's lots of places to go, though. There's offices, there's closets, there's empty buildings. There's plenty of places to go.
But have you seen any drama to where the guard was smashing a couple of girls and they got into it over the guard?
Oh yes, there was girls fighting over the same guard because the guard was bringing them cigarettes, and then the guard didn't want to hook up with the one girl anymore because he liked the other one better, so she wasn't going to get her cigarettes anymore.
Oh no,
drama.
Women's prison. Yeah, women's prison is nothing but drama. It's like a giant college campus, pretty much.
I could see that.
So, do they bring in makeup? Would the guards bring them in makeup to smoke? Would that be some of the things?
Oh no, they sell makeup.
Oh, they do.
No,
okay.
Most prisons, sell makeup and perfume and stuff
It's
like
like
that.
the
Really for
drugstore
the mental
kind?
health of the women.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, they had some good kinds. When I was there, they had the Naked brand. You know what I'm talking about? I think
Really?
it's
Shut up.
Yes, yes. Yeah, they had Dolce & Gabbana perfume, all kinds of stuff.
Shut up!
No wonder these guys are getting,
Yes, girl.
snowed into this relationship with the prison girls. Thank you for your
Yes.
call.
Not Dolce Gabbana in
Thank
the
you.
prison, child.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Or you could be anonymous.
We can be anonymous today.
Okay, so have you been in the prison system or did you work in the prison system? What?
I was a prison guard in Florida for about 4 years.
Okay, so you've seen it all.
Yes.
Okay, so as a prison guard, you were in the male prison or female?
It was an all-male prison.
Okay. And did you see these kinds of things, like what's happening in Alabama? Could you see that totally happening?
Absolutely. It happens way more than people think it happens.
So give us an example of what you witnessed, and was it like a coworker? Did they get in trouble for it? All the deets.
So, from personal experience, there was a sergeant that, ran the laundry room where I worked, and she ended up falling in love with an inmate that had been in there for 20-plus years. Then one day, she all of a sudden quit her job. He ended up getting put on work release. They started a relationship. Now they're living happily ever after. But she did it to where she wasn't going to get in trouble. So I can see how this other lady, that Alabama situation, those guys will put it on you. Like, they'll manipulate you in whatever way they can to get whatever they can. As far as a woman goes, it was probably one of the hardest jobs I've ever had.
And you know what? When the D is all they got to give, they're going to give it
girl.
good. They are going to give it good.
Yeah. And they try to do it to me too. Like, I'll tell you, like, I started talking to one at one point, but I had to make the decision on, like, life or, like, possibly go to prison for a long time.
Because it's against the law, right? If you were to have sex with that prisoner, you could go to jail, right?
Yeah, they consider it actually rape on our part because they don't think that the guys in prison have the mental capacity to make those decisions for themselves.
Rape!
Yes.
There it is. Wow.
Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot.
Not a lie.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. But this other woman that you used to work with, though, she ended up, quitting or retiring, whatever, and now her and that other guy, is he out of prison now?
Yeah, they've been out probably for about 3 or 4 years.
Okay. And they're in love and they're happy ever after. That's so wild to me. Okay. Thank you for your call. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Yo, how blown away are you? I mean, like, I guess I'm blown
I'm
away.
not
Everybody else is
shocked.
like, oh, I knew this.
Because my uncle got out one time. He married the prison guard.
Shut up. Okay, one last call. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Or you can be anonymous.
Donna in Knoxville.
Okay, Donna, go ahead. Have you been in prison or were you on the other side? Were you a guard or what?
No, I was an inmate.
Okay.
I've been there twice, 4 years both times. And the orange is the new black. It is absolutely just like that.
Have you hooked up with prison guards?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Prison mates?
I kept to myself, but it is just like that. Like, it happens. It happens between the inmates. It happens with captains, with correctional officers. Like, it's nothing. It's a daily thing, and it's like they do it just like they're on the street and like you're not an inmate.
So, have you seen girls get like special treatment because they're hooking up with certain prison guards or whatever?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've had guards correction officers. I've had females and males that would bring me food, bring me body jewelry to where I could have my little hustle to sell like nose rings and things like that. Like, that's
you would
how
have
we
a
get
side
by
hustle
there.
in prison?
Oh, absolutely. I did tattoos. That was one of the things that I did, and I sold body jewelry like nose rings and belly rings. You can get the.
How would you do the tattoos?
In my cell or in their cells.
But how would you
How
do
would
it?
we do them?
Yeah.
You make a tattoo gun out of hair clippers.
Oh,
Hair
ain't no way in
clippers?
hell.
Like what do you mean hair clippers?
You use the motor that's inside the electric hair clippers, and then you rig a needle onto it and wrap thread around it, and you get ink brought in.
So wait, they would bring you stuff, but you never dealt with them.
Oh no, I never had to do sexual favors. I had a couple that I'm in contact with on Facebook. Like, we're still really close.
Just friends.
A female and a male, and I don't know, they just get off on that shit. They just. But there is like straight pervs that don't need to be in there. Like, we had a captain that we knew when I'm not going to say his name, but we knew when he was coming around, like, oh my God, he's going to tap on your window, and he wants you to, like, pull your shirt up, pull your pants down, like, there's some creeps in there that absolutely, use their authority.
Yeah.
To get
to
you
make
to
you
do
do
shit.
stuff.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's why that rape charge comes in when they get caught.
Yeah.
The PREA, like, it's real. Like, there's officers that, there's girls like that. You'll see the officer, you know who does what. He's bringing tobacco in, and he'll go in her cell and just shut the door. And like these officers know when it's okay for them to do that because the shift commander is not watching or there's not one there right now.
Yo, this is
But
amazing.
I've been in all 3 female prisons in Tennessee, and it happens in every one of them. I mean, I know girls that's gotten pregnant by officers, and for some reason, I don't know how they do it, but they keep it on the low where it's not made public.
That's insane. Okay, last question. The tattoo ink that you get in, is that real ink or is that like ballpoint pen ink?
It's real ink.
We get real ink brought in, but you can use like the Pilot click pens, the gel pens.
Yeah?
If it's a gel pen, that's the ink that you use.
For tattooing.
And it works and it sticks. Like I've got tattoos on me that's been there 15 years and they look like they were done in a shop.
Okay.
So are you a tattoo artist now, like out here?
Oh no. That's I have my cosmetology license.
Okay.
It's just something that I did. It's easy because all you're doing is stenciling it on there first, and then you just do it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's
We got to
easy.
hop off. Thank you very much. So many calls to edit. So many calls. Y'all, this is nuts. Dang.
This is. I am intrigued. I'm going to send y'all pics of my cousin from when he was in the feds. You'll be like, what the F? Yeah, send it to me. Yeah, I know. They have Tims and stuff like that. Like, that's why, I send money to my uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows about stuff that's out here. So, they know. It's like another world in there. There's more female ex-inmates in the upstate than I thought.
Oh.
Raven!
What did Raven say?
Oh, goodness. I love it. No, it's definitely either real ink or gel ink, or we make our ink from soot if you have people. Soot? What? Soot? What is... You make ink from soot? What?
Jared, how's that call on your side?
So lost.
Oh, I lost my place on my edit.
I'm shocked that they have naked in the prison. Like,
Yeah.
I want to do a tour of a prison. Can we get that?
Yeah.
I want to do a tour. Like, I haven't done a tour of a prison since I was in grade school. Did y'all used to take those field trips? In Spartanburg County, they took us on those field trips.
I don't think that they needed to teach me about prisons. They're like, he's good. Don't worry about it.
They took us on the field trips to the prisons. We got to go walk around and see everything. And we had prisoners come to the classroom and tell us their stories and stuff. They should bring that back if they don't have that anymore. Because these kids, they're not scared of anything. I was scared. Because the way that the prisoners look at you when you're in there. Sled has entered the chat. Jake!
The tea is so real this morning. Yo, this is nuts. Especially the girl from Florida.
Barbie, are you sure that wasn't a Scared Straight program? I wasn't
That's
a
what I
bad
said.
kid. I was not a bad kid. They literally took us all in there. I went to Bible study faithfully, okay? I'm Jesus bread. I hope the Fed's not watching. Y'all know we can't smoke in South Carolina, right? But boy, I see a lot of this going on in the Carolinas. First of all, Delta 9 and Delta 10, all that stuff is legal here. So is CBD. I told y'all, that's all I do.
30 seconds.
Tour the Powerball office. We don't need that bad energy. Show what happens when you get money. Maybe people would aim higher. I'm just saying. You know what, Angela, you're right. I would definitely come to the Powerball office. Do you have any connects? The most expensive thing while I was locked up was my cell phone. Yes, soot and Vaseline. Wow.
2 seconds. Here we go.
That is
live. Oh, I just got to still edit. Recap. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. This prison inmate.
Yes, Casey White and Vicky White.
Yo, tell the story real quick, and then we're going to get to some of these real calls from people who have been in the prison system.
Yeah, so basically, Vicky was the assistant director of corrections here at this prison in Alabama. Apparently, we're saying that she fell in love with this prisoner and helped him escape.
That's what we know as of right now. I mean, like, they're still not 100%. They're hoping that he, like, coerced her in some way, threatened her some way.
Yes.
But at this point,
It's looking like a love story.
right, because they have a warrant out for her arrest as well. So we wanted to know, what is your experience in our prison systems? And by the way, you got to hop onto the live and hear some of these calls as they come in, because this has just been such a fascinating, like, honestly, we need to take this live and put it up on ID channel. Because it's just so crazy. We've had people who've been in the prison system as inmates and as guards. In fact, this woman used to be a guard in Florida. Good morning. Go ahead. So you've seen this kind of stuff happen.
From personal experience, there was a sergeant that like ran the laundry room where I worked, and she ended up falling in love with an inmate that had been in there for like 20 plus years. Then one day she all of a sudden quit her job. He ended up getting put on like work release. They started a relationship. Now they're like living happily ever after. But like she did it to where she wasn't going to get in trouble. So I can see how this other lady, that like Alabama situation, like those guys will put it on you. Like they'll manipulate you in whatever way they can to get whatever they can. As far as a woman goes, it was probably one of the hardest jobs I've ever had.
Wow.
And you know what? When the D is all they got to give, they're going to give it
Girl, and they tried to do it to me too. Like, I'll tell you, like, I started talking to one at one point, but I had to make the decision on, like, life or, like, possibly go to prison for a long time.
Because it's against the law, right? If you were to have sex with that prisoner, you could go to jail, right?
Yeah, they consider it actually rape on our part because they don't think that the guys in prison have the mental capacity to make those decisions for themselves.
Well, because they're a ward of the state.
Yeah.
And so, like, you could be coercing them, or you because you're in charge of them, and you can tell them whatever you want them to do.
Yep.
This girl was on the other side. She was an inmate in the prison system. And what did you experience?
I just wanted to tell you, Orange is the New Black is very much realistic.
Shut up.
At least in the women's world.
So
it is.
Give me an
It's like-
example of what you experienced when you were in prison then.
As far as relationships go, there's lots of inmates having relationships with guards, mainly to get things that they want that they're not supposed to have. Yeah, like they'll hook up with a guard and the guard will bring them what they want, basically. And they do it because the guards don't have to really answer to anyone who's around 24/7 like they are.
It's interesting because, yeah, this is the female side of the prison. We just talked to a male prisoner.
Right.
And so I could see that. But, like, when it comes to, like, where would they go? And you know, obviously people probably knew.
Well, I mean, people wind up finding out. I mean, a lot of the time just because women talk amongst each other.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, there's lots of places to go, though. I mean, there's offices, there's closets, there's empty buildings. There's plenty of places to go.
But
so, have you seen any drama to where, like, the guard was smashing, like, a couple of girls and they got into it over the guard?
Yeah. Oh, yes. There was girls fighting over the same guard because the guard was bringing them cigarettes, and then the guard didn't want to hook up with the one girl anymore because he liked the other one better, so she wasn't going to get her cigarettes anymore.
One girl said that, you know, these girls would get pregnant by a guard. And how do you hide that?
Well,
how? You know what I'm saying? That's insane to me. 866-639-4689. Have you ever seen this kind of stuff? Love under lockdown. All right? Were you a guard? Were you the person that was in love? Were you guys sneaking away into a closet? You know what I'm saying? I just wonder about the cameras. What, like, all of these cameras?
They know how to, like, position themselves to where they're not in the camera.
What position is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, I can't. My ear hurts on that one. Sheesh. Oh, I can't smile too hard. Okay, got it.
All right, Pam, I think it's time for us to wrap up. It's been fun.
I don't think so. This is a good one.
It is good, but, you know, we got to leave them wanting more. Am I right, guys? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Doggy.
We will talk to you guys I was close to saying that on the air, too. I was like, you know what? Too much.
We're probably going to get called today.
Why?
Not from corporate. Remember the last time we talked about sneaking stuff in the prisons? Somebody called and threatened us.
Oh, yeah, well, you know.
They were like, stop talking and telling our secrets.
Smoking runaway prison guards and wild. I know. Today was it, man. Today was a crazy day. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us again. We will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. By the way, we are going to be in Knoxville. Speaking about how this whole thing started, Barbie's like really stoked because she's going to see Wiz Khalifa. So
I'm getting my nails done for Wiz. They're going to be Wiz themed.
right? Are they going to have how's that?
I don't know. I want to put, his line is Khalifa Kush. So I kind of want to put like Khalifa on my nail somewhere or the KK. And then like bright, trippy colors.
Got it. Okay. Well, we will be back on live tomorrow. Go ahead.
Also, Knoxville people, if y'all have any makeup artists, can y'all send them my way?
Well, you're going to get your makeup done there?
Yeah.
You know how to do your own makeup.
I do, but like,
you want it to pop.
I want it to be like, I think I want like, because it's a festival. Do people get like dressed for this festival?
Hell, I don't know.
Like, I want like face paint. Do they do that there?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I wish I was with y'all. Oh my God, I love y'all's job. Oh, thank you. We love it too. Bye, friends. Bye, Cokeithia. Dex, you need to watch Love After Lockup. It's a reality show. I've heard that it's pretty good. I will be your personal makeup artist.
You coming to Knoxville?
If you pay. All right, fam. With that being said, take care. We'll talk to you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Tomorrow morning. Be good.